Wouldn't it be good to know just how tight they are?
I need something much more important.
How did you arrange for this new life?
You will smile and say thank you.
This guy could be a real threat to our family.
I thought you let him run wild because you couldn't be bothered to parent him.
General Hospital latest update. A mysterious stalker targets baby Daisy, leaving Sasha rattled. Geo rescues Lulu from a drunk poolside creep, leaving Brook Lynn devastated by their chemistry. Meanwhile, Rocco uncovers Brook Lynn's secret file, Marco spirals over Natalia's betrayal, and Sidwell plots a ruthless move against Sunny's family. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital. Daisy's stalker gaslights Sasha. Geo rescues Lulu from drunk creep. General Hospital recap for reveals that Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, offered up concert tickets to Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, and encouraged him to join a family outing, but Giovanni insisted music wasn't his thing at the moment and gave him a cold response. At the Quartermaine mansion, Rocco Falconeri, Finn Carr, and Danny Morgan, Asher Antonazin, seemed curious about Brook Lynn Quartermaine's, Amanda Setton, special project, but she insisted it was private. After Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, appeared, he heard all about Danny and Rocco's first day as pool attendants. Once Dante popped up, he privately apologized to Jason for being so harsh about his parenting style before, so Jason accepted that apology. Later, Danny was moving some stuff off the table where Brook Lynn had been working and noticed Rocco's name on a file, so he pointed it out to Rocco. After putting Daisy, Levi Clark Coughlin, in her crib, Sasha met with Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner, in the kitchen and asked if she'd be Daisy's godmother. Felicia happily agreed before Sasha offered to make them some tea. When Sasha went to the cabinet for mugs, she found the milk carton in there instead of the fridge. Sasha guessed that mom brain really was a thing and laughed it off. In Daisy's room, someone mysterious once again entered and approached her crib. When Sasha checked on Daisy later, she was taken aback to find that Daisy was now turned in the opposite direction. Daisy also had a different color onesie on, so Sasha was freaked out and questioned how all this happened. Back at the Metro Court pool, Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens Bruning, advised Lucas Jones, Van Hansis, to find out just how close Marco Rios, Adrian Anchondo, and Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota, were, but he downplayed her concerns. Next, Gio came to Lulu's rescue when a drunk guy started hitting on her. The man eventually stumbled into the pool, so Gio fished him out off-screen and laughed with Lulu in the aftermath. Once Brook Lynn came along, she glared as Gio high-fived Lulu and joked around with her in a close moment. Tears streamed down Brook Lynn's face, so she looked both heartbroken and livid over Lulu bonding with Gio. At the law office, Marco wasn't interested in speaking to Natalia Ramirez, Eva LaRue, about anything other than her case. Natalia hinted that she'd always be Marco's mom, even if they didn't interact ever again. Marco knew something was up and got Natalia to admit she was leaving the US to start a new life elsewhere. After Marco realized Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, arranged all this, he flew into a rage. Although Natalia trusted Sonny, Marco feared for her life and worried about the trouble this would stir up for him too, since he made a deal with ADA Justine Turner, Nazneen contractor. As Lucas arrived, Marco warned that if Natalia walked out that door, she'd be nothing to him. Natalia felt she was already nothing to her son, so she headed out the door. Once Marco was alone with Lucas, he explained the Sonny situation and wanted to call the cops. Lucas insisted Marco couldn't have his own mother arrested and vowed to keep quiet about all this. At Windmere, Sidwell examined photos of Sonny's family members since they were his weak spot. At Sonny's place, he gave Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, news on his refusal to sell the Piers to Sidwell. Carly still worried Sidwell could be a threat to their family, but Sonny made some protective promises and said Natalia wouldn't be an issue either. After Sidwell talked to Ezra Boyle, Daniel Cosgrove, about failed peer negotiations. He suggested he needed to motivate Sonny to sell and give the public a reminder about him being a thug. Ezra didn't want to be involved, but Sidwell turned menacing and got him on board. Later, Natalia stopped by with updates on her fight with Marco. Sidwell warned that he wouldn't help Natalia fix things, but she wanted him to prove he loved Marco by keeping their son out of his business. General Hospital spoilers say Marco has more family drama on the way. Today's next update: Sasha panics over Daisy, who gets a mysterious visitor, and Rocco gets his hands on Brook Lynn's file. Today on General Hospital, a shadowy figure pays Daisy a visit. Rocco and Lulu crush Brook Lynn. Marco fears he'll go to prison. Natalia overestimates Sonny. Dante apologizes to Jason, and Rocco's close to discovering the truth. Drama at the pool. At dusk at the pool, Dante asks Gio to go to Port Charles's Philharmonic in the park with him, Rocco and Charlotte. Gio coldly declines. Dante offers to let him use his subscription anytime he wants to go. Across the pool, Lulu bristles at Lucas' mention of meeting up with Marco. She wonders if Marco's closeness with his father extends to his criminal activities. Lucas defends Marco, pointing out it'd be unfair if someone judged Charlotte solely for who her father is. "Well played, my friend," Lulu says, relenting. She just wants him to be careful. Lucas leaves, assuming that Marco and he have crossed wires. A drunk guy flirts with Lulu as she lounges by the pool. When he won't take no for an answer, Gio threatens to call security. The guy steps away and falls into the pool. At the Quartermain mansion, Rocco and Danny fill in Jason and Brook Lynn about their antics on their first day of work at the Metro Court pool. After the boys and Jason leave, Brook Lynn looks at the file on Britt and Ben/Rocco. She flashes back to Lulu insisting she would never keep life-altering secrets from her children. Brook Lynn heads out to pick up Deception's March financials, leaving the file behind with other work papers. Daisy gets a mystery guest. After Sasha puts Daisy down in the nursery, someone's shadow passes over the baby. Downstairs in the kitchen, Sasha meets with Felicia and asks her to be Daisy's godmother. Felicia would be honored. Sasha makes them tea as she gushes over how wonderful the Quartermains have been to her. As for her parents, Robert video chats with her every morning, but she and Holly have a long way to go. Holly did send a gift, and they've been texting. Being a mother now has made Sasha reevaluate Holly's choices. She's starting to see that she did what she could. Sasha hears Daisy fuss over the baby monitor, and Felicia leaves. In the nursery, Sasha panics to find Daisy facing the opposite direction in which she placed her and wearing a different onesie. Brook Lynn's heartbreak and carelessness. Dante finds Rocco and Danny filling Jason in on Gio not letting them swim in the Metro Court pool. Dante reminds them they have to act like employees and not entitled jerks. The boys agree and their dad send them to swim in the pool that's in their backyard. Dante tells Jason he was wrong about his hands-off parenting style. He now realizes Jason was just giving Danny the space he needed. Dante has never been like that with Rocco, but he has to be with Gio and let him call the shots. He's sorry he was so critical of the way he parents his son. Jason accepts his apology and urges him to trust Gio to figure things out. At the pool, a manager tells Lulu and Gio that the guest was put in a cab and is no longer welcome there since this wasn't his first incident. He praises Gio for getting him out of the pool. A crushed Brook Lynn watches unseen as Lulu easily jokes and laughs with Gio. Danny and Rocco return to the mansion from the pool. Danny picks up Brook Lynn's files and gives Rocco the one with his name on it. Marco panics and mobsters plot. At the law office, Marco gets Natalia to admit she's leaving the country. He deduces Sonny orchestrated it and fears he plans to kill her. She swears that's not who Sonny is, but Marco calls her delusional. She insists Sonny is giving her a new life, which he will be part of because he's promised to provide for her. Marco panics over negotiating a deal with the ADA that Natalia never intended to honor. He could go to prison. Lucas's arrival interrupts them and a furious Natalia starts to leave. Marco warns that if she walks out, she is no longer his client or his mother. She will be nothing to him. I already am, she spits out and exits. Marco starts to call the police but Lucas stops him. Rocco explains Natalia gave Sunny the evidence she was supposed to give to the ADA and believes Sunny is leaving with her. If she doesn't show up Monday with the evidence, he'll be left holding the bag. Lucas warns he can't be the reason his mother goes to prison. Lucas reasons that Marco negotiated in good faith. It is not on him if Natalia makes a run for it. Lucas vows not to say a word so no one else ever needs to know. Ezra comes to Windmere as Sidwell looks at photos of Sunny's family. Sidwell rants about Sunny turning down his offer to buy the Piers. So, he will do what he deems necessary to make him change his mind. Later, Natalia comes to see Sidwell and tells him of her fight with Marco. You did this all on your own, he states. She wants him to keep Marco out of his disgusting business and not doom their son to the same fate. After she leaves, Sidwell considers a photo of Sunny and Stu's. He steps to the parapet and gravely looks outward. Something catches his eye. Carly comes to Sunny's house with news of the christening being moved to the Quartermaines. He, in turn, tells her that Sidwell offered to buy the Piers. Carly wonders if he's responsible for the fire at the penthouse and Sunny's assassination attempt in Los Angeles. Sunny explains that nothing ties Sidwell to those incidents, but nothing exonerates him either. She worries about Natalia's connection to both him and Sidwell. Sunny darkly assures her she won't be a problem for him or anyone in their family. Next on General Hospital, Brook Lynn asks Natalia if they can avoid a scandal. Sasha tells Cody something weird is going on. Jason assures Carly anyone who even thinks of making a move will be stopped, and Sunny asks ADA Turner if he needs to call his lawyer. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.